Guys, nothing's impossible in the world of ecom. I just scaled a client's account from $67,000 in a 30-day period to $300,000. And the best part is their ROAS only dipped by about 0.7 or whatever it is. So in this video, I want to talk to you guys about what we actually did to scale this guy's account, some of the problems that they were doing before we took over, and how you can also implement some of the things that I'm going to explain into your own ad account so that you can improve your results. So let's just dive straight in. Now, before we get into the main things that were the biggest levers, I guess, to scale profitably and maintain that ROAS, we really had to look at their offering, okay? So the first thing that I always look at when I meet a new business or even for my own brands is the customer responding well to the offer? Now, your offer is your product and your price. It's not just the sale that you're running, okay? So a lot of people get that twisted. It's not just sale, it's in general what your offering is. Now, if you've got high click-through rates, you've got good ads, but you've got low conversion rate, generally it means that your offer is not positioned correctly. And I'll tell you guys a funny story. When we launched Elias Skin, our mask was $59.95. Elias Skin, for those who don't know, was my previous brand. We did about $50 million in sales, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, long story short, we changed the price to $49.95. And it literally doubled our business overnight and halved our CAC, okay? So the first thing we did is we looked at this client's landing pages and offering, and we tweaked it. Now, these guys are selling a product that's in the health and wellness space. Now, when I say we tweaked the offer, we didn't actually change the price. What we did is we positioned the amount of usage or the value prop in terms of how long it takes to use a product. We clearly communicated that to the client, which is the audience that are coming to the site. And we showed them that, hey, one jar is actually 2 months worth. And just by doing that and communicating the offer differently, the conversion rate immediately went up, okay? So it might sound like a little minute change, but these things make a big difference. Now, let's move over to the ad account. What you'll notice here, and I'll just go back to that previous 30-day period, is they had a few different campaigns. So they had 3 campaigns running. Now, within these campaigns, they had the same ads, okay? So this campaign here, was a testing campaign, okay? So what a lot of people do is they'll have a testing campaign and a scaling campaign. Now, me personally, I don't really care for a testing campaign. I like to consolidate it and just run one. So basically what we did is we shifted it, okay? We created one campaign. Now, that campaign has all our new ads and our existing ads. But the only difference is inside of that campaign, we move our winning ads using Post ID into a single ad set with all of our winners. So essentially that campaign now becomes your testing campaign and your scaling campaign. And what you'll notice is that the winners ad set within this campaign has spent about 44K alone just in the last 30 days, okay? This is out of the 100K just within this one campaign. And you'll see that it's got by far the best cost per result, and that's to be expected, okay? Now, one thing I want you guys to know is that we don't ever look at ad sets like this where we're testing and go, oh, this is 146, let's kill it. No, because what is important is what is your overall CAC with this campaign? If you're happy with this number here, then why would you go in and switch ads off? Just to preface too, guys, we're using cost per result, okay? So we're using cost caps for this account. Now, one thing that you guys might find funny or interesting is that I never turn ads off, or very, very rarely. The only instance where I will turn an ad off is if it's taking up a lot of spend, and store-wide, my spend versus my revenue is decreasing, okay? That's when I'll turn an ad off. But what I've learned more and more over the years, and especially the last few months, is that every piece of content plays an important part in the funnel, okay? So if you're finding yourself in your ad account constantly turning stuff on and off, you're probably doing more harm than good. Try to just leave all your ads on and see what happens. Now we're back at the campaign level, okay? And what you'll notice here is that we have a lot of different campaigns compared to the previous 30 days from when I took over the ad account. Now, the reason for this is all we did is we duplicated the campaigns into new markets, okay? So a lot of people overcomplicate this whole, how do I scale internationally? How do I grow in Europe, UK, yada, yada, yada. For us, for this brand in particular, we launched in Australia first. Okay, once we nail that market, we then expand into other countries. And all we basically did is duplicated the campaign and launched the same ads into those new territories. But there is a caveat here. some markets won't always respond well to winning ads in a certain country. So let's say, hypothetically speaking, you've got ads that you're running in the US that are crushing. If you go and launch them in Australia, it doesn't mean necessarily that they're going to work, okay? So it's really important for you to have different types of content per market. In this instance, what we found is that just by adding messaging such as, ships locally from the US, lifted our conversion rate in that particular country, okay? So little tweaks like that can make a massive difference. There is another campaign too that I think every brand should be running, regardless of what you're selling, and that is a DPA carousel ad. Okay, now you can see this ad here has spent 31,000 over the last 30 days at a 3.6 ROAS, which is an amazing result. It's actually delivering the same CAC as what our winners ad set is. Now this has got no exclusions. None of these campaigns have exclusions. We actually removed their exclusions, and Meta's spending around 10% of their spend on existing customers, which we're happy with. We think that that is a good thing, okay? So guys, look, short video. I wanted to show you guys what is possible in the world of e-com. If you tweak a few things, such as your landing page, your offer, simplify your account strategy and structure. If you guys want help with your ads, please feel free to DM me, send me a message on X, or tap the Calendly link in the bio. I'm currently taking on some new clients going into 2026. But guys, God bless you all. Thank you so much for the love. If there are any topics that you guys want me to cover in particular, please comment down below and I'll do my best to get to them. And if not, I'll see you guys in the next video.